Hi, how's everybody doing? I hope you're having a lovely Wednesday. Happy holidays. It's the time where we find things to be thankful for, right? Okay, so I want to keep this video short. But I just want to talk about two things that I learned in my mental health journey, and I want to speak specifically about sadness and anger. I've been battling depression since I was in my early teens. I tried to unalive myself when I was 13 because I had just moved to a new city. Um, I wasn't understanding the material in school and I was failing. And some of the things that I really want to get into, but I tried to unalive myself. But thankfully, my sister was there to help me through it. I didn't start battling depression again until I was about I'll tell you the year, until about 2012, after the loss of a relationship with the man that I really loved. The relationship ended with me feeling very worthless because this man didn't want to commit to me. He didn't want a relationship with me. But he was continuously asking me for sex, which made me feel like that was all I was good for. So after the relationship, I felt very worthless. I felt like I wasn't deserving of love, or no man was going to commit to me. And on top of that, there were other relationships with men that were either toxic or violent. And I just wanted to find a way to um, feel better about myself. So I decided, at first I talked to a chaplain when I was in DC, and then a few months later I went to Korea, and it got so bad that I started drinking every day just to feel numb because the sadness was overtaken. Even though sometimes when you drink, all it does is just further keep you depressed. So I ended up going to behavioral health when I was in Korea, and my psychiatrist told me to confront my drinking to cope, and as well as my sadness. Um, a few months later, I went to Kentucky and I decided to embark on a journey of becoming my own best friend. So, um, even though when I first went to Kentucky, I didn't really meet a whole lot of people and I really didn't have many friends, I spent a whole lot of time with myself and just finding things to do in order to enjoy my own company. So that was my journey through sadness after the loss of a relationship. I also decided at that time not to really deal with men because I realized there was a pattern of these romantic relationships ending with me being depressed. So in the whole time I was in Kentucky, I went and found my own worth, becoming my own best friend and doing things that I can enjoy by myself. I spent literally 99.9% of my time by myself after work. Like I said, I didn't have many friends until maybe a year or two after I was in Kentucky. And then I eventually, after becoming my own best friend, met a sister circle while I was in Kentucky. So that helped as well. And then my second dealings with my mental health battles was since 2016 when my sister was unalived. And I just kind of felt like my anger took over. So one way that I chose to deal with that is to channel my rage and advocating for other women who were unalived by men in their communities. So that has been helping me address my anger over the years. Sometimes it keeps me a little bit more angry, but one thing about being angry that I learned is that when you're angry and you are filled with so much emotions of rage, it gets you moving. It makes you want to do something. And if you can channel that anger into something productive or something that helps others, it also makes you feel better. So when you have that anger in you, you're like, okay, I got to do something to make myself feel better. And the same thing with sadness. If you're can with depression's a little different because depression can make you feel like I don't want to do nothing. But anger, in a sense, make you feel like I have to do something because I have all this energy that anger kind of gives you, and I have to find a way to channel that anger into something that will produce positive results. So just a little quick video about 2 things that helped me with sadness and anger. For my sadness, I learned to become my own best friend. I've learned to do things that I enjoy by myself. And I also put myself out there. I didn't say that, but I put myself out there to meet more people, to have more of a supportive circle. And then with my anger, I use my anger towards the injustice of losing my sister, towards advocacy work. And I've used my anger in a way that helps other Black women um, uncover toxic behaviors when it comes to Black men, and how we can navigate this world, either not dealing with these toxic men or finding men who are not as toxic, and how we can do that. So that's just a little quick video about my mental health journey. I hope y'all have a wonderful holiday.